Let's talk about how to unbig your back. Disclaimer, we were not—
Hey bestie, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bestie, like the video because it helps with my algorithm. So in today's video, we'll be talking about how to unbig your back. Okay, so I've put the stitches together so that you watch. Happy back, share my true sense.
Let's talk about how to unbig your back. Disclaimer, we were not put here to make ourselves a smaller version of ourselves, but some of us do want to lose some body fat. So if you're trying to go from this to this and see some more lines, keep watching. The first thing is going to be what you're not going to do, and you're not going to stop hitting back because you think it's just going to give you a bigger back. Don't get me wrong, I'm a big shoulder girly. I will always have a bigger back, but when you are gaining muscle, that is what's going to give you that toned look. So the enemy is not back days. Those two videos, the back workout stayed the same. That wasn't the issue. The issue was me not being in a calorie deficit. If you have been lifting forever, you know you're doing your workouts right, you know you're getting your protein in, but you're not seeing that muscle. There's a good chance you may just have higher body fat and you need to go through a little cut. And while you are cutting, it is so important to make sure you are hitting your protein goal, because that's going to make sure that the muscle that we work so hard to get is going to stay in place. And you're going to notice when you are actually hitting your protein goal every single day, every single week, you are just going to feel and look so much tighter. So ideally, you're going to want 0.8 to 1 gram per body weight that you are. If you have a higher body fat percentage, I would lean more towards 0.8, 0.7. I already know y'all are going to ask about the supplements. So this, when I am cutting, is my go-to holy grail pre-workout. It has 150 grams of caffeine. It helps you sweat, and it's going to help you focus throughout your workout. And this is also 20% off with my code today. Just letting y'all know. And before I end this video, I want to remind y'all, we cannot pick where we lose body fat from first. Your body, your genetics decides where you lose fat from first. But if you stick to a regimen and stay consistent, you are going to see that overall body fat going down, and you're going to see your target area start to go down as well. But if you guys have any questions about your—
Oh, and another thing, I hope we left that big bag, this big back that in 2024. If you have back rolls that you are trying to delete and deplete, literally, I want you to follow this plan. This is how you're gonna get those back rolls down. Listen all the way up, sis. And if you didn't know, I'm your sister coach, The Fit and Finest. I lost 100 pounds naturally. I've been able to maintain that weight loss over the last 8+ years. I own a women's only gym here in Houston, Texas, and I teach other women to do the exact same. And a lot of times women come to me the first thing they say, I want to lose these back rolls and I want to lose this stomach. And I'm going to tell you how. And if you've been here before, you know what I'm gonna say up front. You have to be burning that body fat. You can be a slender, tender girl, but you can still have back rolls. You can find yourself obese and have those back rolls. Either way, both of y'all need a caloric deficit. You gotta be burning that body fat. You can do all the lat pull downs you want, but if your protein is not high to help you build a lean muscle mass and cut down body fat, your back rolls will likely stay. So that's number one. You have to be burning fat. You gotta get in a caloric deficit. I typically suggest still doing cardio at least 30 minutes a day, especially if your goal is not necessarily, oh, I need to drop 1,000,000 pounds. But if you need to drop, you're gonna have to drop some weight to get those back rolls down. So I would suggest at least 30 minutes of cardio 6 days a week. The lat pull downs, back rolls, the rope pull downs, all that is cool. It's gonna help you build lean muscle mass. But alongside that, you have to get that body fat down, or else some rolls are there to stay, sis. And as I said in the previous video, you also have to have a high protein diet. This is like 30 grams of protein at breakfast, 30 grams of protein at lunch, and 30 grams of protein at dinner. This is gonna help you stay fuller longer. It's gonna help you build that lean muscle mass when you're doing your lat pull downs and your cardio. So make sure you're burning that fat and that caloric deficit just for a period of time, especially if your goal is not necessarily a whole bunch of weight loss. You need to be in a caloric deficit for a period of time to drop that body fat down to get those back rolls down. That's number two. High protein, moving that body in a caloric deficit for a period of time, back rolls start to slim down. And number three, you have to be consistent. Like, there's no way you expect to lose these back rolls if you're not really intentionally focused on your caloric deficit and burning that fat. Also doing your cardio and doing your back day lat pull downs, mid rolls, rope pull downs, face pulls. All of those things definitely matter, but they have to be done together consistently for it to pay off and stay off. I hope this video helped you on how to get those back rolls down. And if it did, I want you to comment a heart below. I'm going to give you my next video on how you can reduce those arms, because when I was nearly 300 pounds, I hated my arms in pictures. I used to always wear some type of long sleeve, some type of jacket. But once I lost that weight, I love my arms. My arms are cut up. I see my clavicle bone, and I love to wear a shirt that show all of that. So let's get it. Let's go, sis.
So I used to look like this, and now I look like this, and I remember just how freaking badly I wanted to look like this photo when I looked like the first photo, so I'm gonna share with you how I did it. And the process is more straightforward than you may think. It really came down to like 2 main components. I guess it kind of comes down to 3 things. First thing is your body fat percentage, second thing is your amount of muscle mass, and third thing I'm gonna put in here is muscle maturity. The first step is I had to lower my body fat percentage, obviously, so that I can have more definition and everything in my back. And my first problem was that I thought I was eating less calories than I actually was. I thought I was in a calorie deficit and I just wasn't. Therefore, I wasn't dropping body fat. A calorie deficit, all that means is that you are burning more calories than you are intaking throughout the day. You can do this by eating less, exercising more to burn more calories, or usually for most people, you're doing a little bit of both. And second thing is muscle mass, right? So if I just were to drop body fat and I didn't have a lot of actual quality muscle built up, I wouldn't have all these lines, I wouldn't have all this back definition and muscle definition. So that's coming down to me strength training, consistently training multiple days a week, making sure I'm eating enough protein to really make sure I'm stimulating muscle growth and actually feeding my muscles so they actually can grow. Progressively overloading, or basically increasing the intensity and the difficulty of my workouts over time to constantly, continually be giving my body a reason to grow more muscle. And the third thing that I want to note in here, just to be realistic, I also have muscle maturity, which basically that just means you've given your muscle more time to mature. Exactly what it sounds like. So in that first photo, I was only 19 years old. Now I was 25 years old when this picture was taken. Not saying it took me 5 years entirely to get to this point, but I'm just saying my muscles are just looking more defined. My lines are crisper. I do think that really is attributed to just how long I've been in the gym, how long my muscle has just had time to mature, and how many reps I've put in over the years.
Gym girl that took my body from this a year into lifting. I couldn't lose fat. I couldn't understand why. To this, finally leaned out after a year of figuring it out. So it doesn't take you a year. This is all the mistakes I made so that you don't do them. So then you can lean out your back and keep the fat off. First thing was, I don't want to talk too much about hormones because I don't know enough. I'm not educated enough on them. But as a woman, when you overtrain and you don't understand how to work around your 28-day cycle, you can definitely mess up your hormones. In the first picture, I was walking about 15,000 steps a day and eating only 1,000 calories. Not eating enough didn't allow me to put on enough muscle, so I looked skinny fat for one, and two, my body didn't understand what to do with giving out so much energy and receiving very little in return. So it stored fat as a mechanism to keep my body healthy. This was dumb. It was dumb. It was stupid. The second thing, what I did in return was, I don't want a really big muscular back, so I went down to 2 back days a week, 1 to 2, depending how the week falls. And I don't go that heavy in weight, but I still lift upper body. People think you should cut it out completely, and I don't agree with that. There was a point in time where I didn't hit back because I was trying to lose some of the muscle that I built, but I'm currently hitting back once or twice a week. Third thing, how I'm eating is a whole food balanced diet. I eat high protein to maintain muscle, build muscle, and keep the muscle that I have already built while being in a calorie deficit, which has allowed me to lose the fat. It is thermodynamic, so for the first thing that I said, people are like, that's not true. Like, there's no way you weren't losing fat in a deficit like that. I was, but it wasn't that effective because I was fucking up my hormones. I wasn't building muscle. But eating a balanced diet allows for consistency.
If you want pretty privilege, the first thing you need to do is unbig your back and get in shape. Get in the gym, get your diet together, and start looking and feeling your best. And before y'all get mad and start leaving mean comments, hear me out. I'm coming at this twofold, okay? One, conforming to societal standards of beauty is how you get pretty privilege. Now, if you don't want pretty privilege, that's your choice. That's on you. Scroll. This video is not for you. Two, when you are taking care of yourself and doing things to make yourself look the way that you want to look, you are going to gain a level of confidence that is going to make you feel untouchable. And this has the internal effect of making you feel great about yourself, regardless of what other people think. And it also radiates outwards. You might not even look any different, but that added confidence is going to change how you carry yourself, thus affecting how other people see you and respond to you. Now, the easiest place to start where you are going to see the most drastic results the quickest is by getting in shape. And the biggest reasons why people struggle to lose weight and get in shape is one, y'all try to do too much, too fast, and two, you overcomplicate things. You are not going to go from a couch potato to a muscle mommy overnight. And trying to do so is going to result in a lot of unhappiness and likely some disordered behaviors. So the first thing you need to do is let yourself off the hook and let your transformation come from a place of love and not hate. Acknowledge that you love yourself so much that you want to give the gift to yourself of feeling your best and becoming the best version of yourself. You love yourself so much that you realize that you owe it to yourself to do this for yourself. The minute you shift your mindset to coming from this place of love instead of a place of, oh my God, I hate my body so much. I hate the way I look so much. I hate it. I have to change it. You are going to enjoy the process so much more, and you're going to see longer term results. You've been living as this version of yourself for however long. You're not going to transform into another version overnight. So recognize that and give this current version the love and encouragement she needs to get to the elevated version of you. This is going to allow you to take it slow and take it one day at a time, because even though you're not going to see results right away, you can recognize, okay, I'm taking steps to make progress instead of just giving up and sitting in the same place that you're at now and never making any progress out of frustration and hate for yourself. Okay, so now that you're giving yourself permission to start slow and take it one day at a time, you're going to set realistic goals, okay? If you do not go to the gym at all, you're not going to start going 7 days a week. If you even struggle to get to the gym, give yourself a realistic goal. Say, I'm going to go to the gym twice a week. I'm only going to go for 20 minutes. When I am really struggling to get back into working out after a period where I have fallen off, I tell myself, just go to the gym and stay for 15 minutes. Doesn't matter what you do, just stay for 15 minutes. That way, I get in the habit of going, and then half the time I'm there and I'm like, okay, I'm already here, I'm going to stay longer for 15 minutes. But even if I don't and I only stay that 15 minutes, okay, well, that was 15 minutes more than I did the day before. And eventually this will become habitual and you'll start wanting to stay longer. If you can't bring yourself to actually go to the gym, okay, that's fine too. Just get outside and walk. Tell yourself you're going to walk for 15 minutes 3 times a week, or whatever feels reasonable to you. Pick a reasonable starting goal, whatever that looks like for you, and embrace this new habit. As you continue to do this, it is going to become routine and you're probably going to start enjoying it. And then you can build from there. Remember, the key here is to set attainable small goals. We are not crash dieting for an event or a vacation. We are trying to go for a lifestyle change. So pick something that you know you can stick to. And if you fall off, it's not the end of the world. Give yourself grace and get back on the wagon the next day. Okay, second biggest mistake, making things too complicated. If you just eat whatever the heck you want, you have no background or knowledge of fitness and nutrition, you do not need to be out here counting macros, counting calories, going vegan, or some other crazy extreme diet. It's not gonna work. You're gonna be unhappy. You're gonna do it for 3 days. You're gonna be over it, and you're gonna be right back to where you are now. The 2 things that you are going to do to get control of your diet is 1, educate yourself. I don't count calories, but I can tell you exactly how many calories are in a scoop of peanut butter or a Caesar salad or a pint of ice cream. I look at nutrition labels because I want to be aware of what I am consuming. A lot of people go on diets and they think, oh, if I just order a salad, I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna lose weight, and then they're confused as to why they start gaining weight. Well, y'all, that's because a Caesar salad often has more calories than an In-N-Out hamburger. Caesar dressing is extremely calorie dense and fat dense. It's got croutons, Parmesan cheese, and this all adds up. So if you have no idea what you're consuming, you're going to be making a lot of decisions that you think are healthy that are actually sabotaging you, and now you're suffering for no reason. So the first step is to start reading the nutrition labels on your foods so that you can become aware of what you're eating and how much you could possibly be consuming. This will help you to become more educated and make better informed decisions when it comes to your diet choices. Okay, step 2 is to pay attention to when you feel full. I just finished eating breakfast and this is what my abs look like, okay? I'm pretty lean, and people ask me all the time if I follow any specific diet. And the answer is no, because for me, it's not sustainable. I love food and I love to eat. I have found that when I restrict myself from certain foods, it just ends up in a binge cycle. So while I tend to make relatively healthy choices, I also eat whatever the heck I want to eat. The key here is to do it in moderation. When I am eating, I pay attention to when I am no longer hungry. Not full, where I feel like my stomach is going to explode. Satisfied, no longer hungry. Most people eat until they are overly full, which means you have eaten too much. So by paying attention to when you are satisfied and no longer hungry and stopping eating at that point, you are already going to see a difference without making any changes in the foods that you are eating. If you struggle to do this and you eat out a lot, a trick that I like to do is whenever I order food out, whether that's at a restaurant or takeout, I immediately cut the portion in half, put half in a to-go box or away if I'm at home, and eat the other half. Yes, in half, y'all. Portion sizes at restaurants are ginormous, and half the time they contain calories for, I would say, 3/4 of the day. And if that's all in front of me, I'm gonna eat it because I can eat. But when I put it away, and I realize, oh, I ate everything that's in front of me, I tend to realize, oh, I'm actually not hungry anymore. I'm satisfied. And if you ordered something small and you are still hungry when you finish that first half, then of course, by all means, go ahead and eat more. But 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find that you're satisfied after just eating that half. Weight loss is extremely simple, and the fitness industry has complicated it for the sake of its own personal gain and for people who are like true fitness nerds. If you are just trying to lose weight, all you need to understand is calories in, calories out. It is a very simple formula. The only thing you need to understand, in order to lose weight, you have to be burning more calories than you are consuming. That's it. It doesn't matter where these calories come from, what time of day that you eat them, or how much you work out. All that matters is that you are consuming fewer calories than you burn. Tracking macros and all that stuff is going to help with muscle growth and definition and athletic performance, but we're not worried about that right now, okay? We're starting small. So if you're ready to level up, this is what you're gonna do this week. You're going to set one small activity goal, one small movement goal, workout goal that you can stick to. I don't care if it is get out of my chair and walk around my apartment 3 times a day, okay? Something small that you can stick to. You are going to start reading the nutrition labels on the food that you consume so you can start educating yourself and become aware of what it is that you're eating. You're not counting calories, you're just educating yourself on the calorie content so you can make better decisions moving forward. And 3, you are going to pay attention to how you feel when you are eating your meals. And the moment you feel like, I'm not really hungry anymore, I'm just kind of eating this because it's here, you're going to stop eating, okay? Start with those 3 things and then we're gonna go from there. We got this, okay? Time to transform into the best versions of ourselves. So comment if you want other tips or have any other questions.
Let's talk about how I went from Biggie Smalls the third to where I'm at now. I've lost 15 pounds in less than 2 months. I honestly feel like I could have lost more, but it was very much so trial and error. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I had never in my life specifically worked out to lose weight, but this time I knew I had to. The first thing I did was found 2 workouts that burned the most calories for my body, and that was cycling and the Stairmaster. Cycling will get you so good. I literally burned 500 calories, sometimes 600 calories just by one class. Stairmaster, depends on how long I'm on. I typically do 30 minutes and that'll burn me like 400 calories. Love that. Then I had to learn about a calorie deficit. I had no idea what that was. I didn't know that's specifically how you lose weight. Basically, you are burning more calories than what you're consuming. Here's one thing, I'm so sorry, when you're in a calorie deficit, you are going to be hungry sometimes. I wanted to go to Taco Bell and just pig out, but then I have to remember that's exactly why I'm in this predicament right now, why I look big as hell, because I was eating Taco Bell like every single weekend. Another big thing I did was completely cutting out alcohol unless I had a special occasion. Other than that, I was not drinking at all. I'm telling you, alcohol bloat, like your face literally changes. But I was so self-conscious and totally the girl that would have like a glass of wine with dinner or like drink on a random Wednesday with my friends. Like, I had to stop that. It's honestly weekends only for me now, if that. A new thing that I also had to incorporate was lifting weights. I had never really lifted weights ever. I still am not the best at it, but honestly, it's so important. If you want to turn that fat into muscle, you got to pick up them damn weights. And here's what I feel like truly transformed my body like a mother fricker is core power, or any hot yoga Sculpt. If you can go to hot yoga, just detox, get all the inflammation, everything out of your body, like that will do you so good. 2 times a week I think is perfect. And as for meals, you guys are going to clock me so hard, but I cannot lie, like I was eating some of them lean cuisines and some of those like little TV dinners. I don't know how to do the macros and weighing my food. Like, that just sounds really exhausting to me. So I was like, I'm going to have this meal. It tells me exactly how many calories are on it and I can eat this portion. It's already preset for me. Yes, I would season it and doctor it up and make it good, but I was having some of those and I still have some of those. Some of them are good. I'm actually going to put one of my favorite ones on the screen. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. I still have like 5 to 8 pounds to lose, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very motivated. And lastly, thank you to my mom that told me that I was low-key getting big and like asking me questions about like how much I weigh, because I never really thought I looked big or different. I knew my jeans weren't fitting in certain things, but I was like, okay, I'm like, my butt got bigger. If you see your friends getting out of hand, out of pocket, your loved ones, maybe tell them something. Be like, hey, want to go on a run? Let's go to the gym. Because if you don't tell people, sometimes they will genuinely get bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, I'm telling you guys, I was like 25 pounds overweight. It was insane. I don't know how it happened. It just slowly happened, and then I had to work my butt off to look and feel.
I'm struggling today running, and this is why. It's because when you look at my genetic profile, I don't metabolize carbs well to use them as fuel or sugars, and I actually cannot do a ton of fat, especially saturated fat. And I cheated yesterday and I'm struggling today. And this is all, by the way, based on my DNA and how my body works. My name is Dr. Laura Fortner. I'm a women's health expert. I specialize in perimenopause, menopause based on your DNA. But I have done men and families, obviously, because people want that. But beyond that, I wanted to come to you today and say, I have totally changed my body in so many ways by really looking and working on my DNA and what it says. And for me, like I said, I cannot metabolize carbs and put them into fuel well, especially my brain, and I cannot consume a ton of fat, especially saturated fat. And when I really paid attention to those two things, I got lean. My back fat went away. I lost weight. My belly fat went away. And if you're someone out there struggling, perimenopause, menopause, struggling with that abdominal weight gain, and you're not sure, you've tried everything. Maybe you've tried intermittent fasting, you've tried the keto, you've tried the Mediterranean and all the things. The only way I know now how to look at you is through your metabolism and your DNA. And this is all well studied. It is profound when you get the report, and then you know exactly what your body needs to be at your optimum weight. And like I said yesterday, I cheated. It's about progression, not perfection. And for the most part, I've really been watching over the last 3 months or so, really diligent. And pounds are shed off. My back fat totally, that's where I gained it, in my back and my belly. And that shed off, and my body looks different in the mirror. And I have confidence back again. I have where I can put a bodysuit on and pants on and not feel insecure about my midsection. I can go into my closet now and fit into some of the jeans that I wasn't fitting into. And I want that for all of you, because I know what happens in menopause, perimenopause. And I know so many of you have tried so many things. And what you want to know, your DNA will tell you, I promise you. So follow me for more. Share this video with someone that you love that may be feeling the same way you are if you're going into your closet and struggling there like I was. Share this with a loved one. Have a great day, guys.
If you're trying to go from big back to little back, one day of eating like a big back should not give you permission to keep eating like a big back, okay? What you do is you bounce back. Because the reason why you're where you are at this moment is because you have been continuously acting like a big back. So, what do we do? What do we do when we overindulge? I should know something about that. Yesterday, I wasn't cool at all. Not at all to myself. Okay, I literally let myself go. Again, it's a one-time thing. What am I doing today instead? I'm walking. I am walking, because we're gonna make up for that bad behavior, not by over-exercising, not by overdoing it or compensating, but rather by going back to our healthy, good habits. That is all. That is how you do it. That is how you manage an incident of big backery, okay? Seriously. Love you.
That's a video basis. I'm just here just so I don't like what I think about today's video. In today's video, we're talking about how to unbig your back. So the first thing to understand is that you cannot spot reduce fat in one area. So even if your goal is to slim down your back, you need to work on overall fat loss. When your body starts losing fat, it doesn't choose which one exactly, okay, the place. It pulls from all over. That means your diet, daily movement, and total calorie burn matter even more than just back-specific exercises. The goal is to combine a calorie deficit with a constant workout that tone the muscle in your upper and mid-back for a smooth, defined shape. Let's start with workouts. You want to focus on exercises that target your upper and lower back while also engaging your core and shoulder. So great example is bend over rows. You can do this, and even just your body weight if you're a beginner. Pull-ups and pranks are also powerful for tightening the back area and improving your posture. When your posture improves, your back naturally looks leaner and more aligned. Trying adding 2 or 3 of these exercises to your weekly routine, aiming for 3 or 4 workout sessions per week. Cardio is another key player. If you're trying to slim down, include regular cardio workout to help you burn fat overall. So you can walk, swimming, cycling, jump rope, or even dancing are great options. Swimming is especially effective because it works all the muscle in your back and shoulders while also improving endurance. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate cardio 5 times per week to keep your body in a fat burning state. Now let's talk about dieting because this is where many people get stuck. No matter how many workouts you do, if your diet is not supporting your goal, your result will stall. Stall and back your back. Focus on eating whole nutrients dense food that support for fat loss. Think lean proteins like chicken, eggs, fish, fiber rich vegetables, and healthy fats like avocado and nuts. Try cutting down on processed food, sugary drinks, and excess salt. Hydration also plays a big role in how your body looks and feels. Drinking enough water daily helps flush out toxins, reduce bloating, and improve muscle recovery. Another thing people often overlook is posture. Okay, so if you have a rounded back can make your upper body appear bigger than it actually is. Try doing posture correction, exercise like shoulder, a squeeze, wall slides, and chest scratches. These not only make your back look leaner, but also help you prevent pain or stiffness caused by poor alignment. When your posture is upright and your shoulders are pulled back, your frame naturally looks more toned and balanced. Another important part of this journey is consistency. Your back won't slim down overnight, but if you stay consistency for at least 8 to 12 weeks, you begin to see definition and firmness upper. Don't obsess over the scale. Use progress photos. Instead, sometimes the number doesn't change much, but your back can look completely different in the mirror. Also, don't be afraid to train your back with weights. Many women think lifting will make them bulky, but it's the opposite. Strength training sculpts your muscle and makes your back tighter and leaner. The muscle you build helps increase your metabolism, meaning you burn more calories even when resting. So lifting weights is actually one of the best ways to unbig your back in a lasting, healthy way. Sleep and stress also affect your body shape more than you think. Lack of sleep or chronic stress raises cortisol levels, which can cause fat storage in stubborn areas like the back and waist. Try to get at least 7 hours of sleep each night and manage stress with activities like yoga, deep breathing, or journaling. When your body is at rest and calm, it's more likely to respond positively to your workouts and diet. If you want faster results, pay attention to your daily habits. Are you sitting for longer periods? Try to stand and stretch every hour. Are you eating mindlessly while scrolling on your phone? Start practicing mindful eating. Listen to your hunger cues. Eat slowly and stop when you're satisfied. These small changes compound into big transformation over time. So finally, remember that your goal is not just to shrink your back, but build a healthy, confident vision of yourself. A toned back represents strength and balance. It's what makes you stand tall, move with power, and carry yourself with grace. Instead of focusing on perfection, focus on progress. Celebrate every small win, the days you stick to your workouts, the healthy meals you choose, the improvement in your posture, all add up. So that's a video for today. Bye, guys.